I've had the great opportunity to know Kate and Katie, who founded the Glitter Girls, for a few years now. They told me about this idea that they had. I asked them if they needed any help. And then this past January, I found out that I have what's called a vestibular schwannoma, which is a tumor that grows in the inner ear. And so now I've been kind of faced with Glitter Girls actually reaching out and being willing to help my own family.
I went to an event they were hosting with my friend Ellen, and I originally was planning on volunteering. There was someone that shared her story with her cancer journey, and it aligns so similarly to what my husband's going through. And I just had to talk to her afterward. And then the Glitter Girls were like, "You're so silly, you're not helping us, we're helping you."
About a year ago, we had a house fire. Pretty scary moment for us. As time went on, Glitter Girls Guild reached out to us, saying what could they do for us. As a family, we have a hard time accepting help, and we actually just told Glitter Girls Guild that we were fine, that we were just gonna keep plugging away. But one thing I really appreciate about them is they were very persistent. They kept following up with us and saying, "What can we do? What can we do?"
Our journey started in 2021. We found out that my husband had cancer. We went through about a year and a half of treatments, from radiation to chemo to multiple surgeries. My name was shared with the Glitter Girls Guild, and they reached out to me, and they were amazing.
Allie was recently diagnosed with stage 4 Wilms tumor. I remember my wife pulling me aside and telling me, and just, it felt like the world stopped and collapsed, and how do we let our little girl let this happen to her? The Glitter Girls really stepped in early on around this and was like, hey, how can we help?
I began chemotherapy in October, and that is when Glitter Girls was recommended by a fellow colleague that I work with. It made life easier for my husband and us when I was home, but it also brought a little extra joy to my kids and something to look forward to. They provided meals every Tuesday. They bring a meal for the family. They would also have little surprises that they would drop off from bakeries. They would do things at Christmas time and Halloween. My 4-year-old would get really excited when the glitter ladies would come by.
They gave my wife and I just simple bags that we could use to go to work. They gave our kids pick-me-up toys, and as we were getting ready for the summer, they were able to give us a photo shoot just for us to capture some time together as a family. They found a way to make a spark in our day, give us something that we just didn't have.
They've reached out to me. They're gonna actually bring us some meals. They have an overnight bag for me when I have my surgery. They make you feel special. From my perspective, it's helped make my kids and my wife just feel like that there's somebody there.
We had a big surgery day in the middle of summer, and they were there. Showed up with all kinds of things that I would need to get through the surgery day and to get through the days after surgery. Not only that, but sat with me. They were just unbelievable.
They had a parade outside of our home. Marching band came, and then cars upon cars upon cars of people came with supportive signs, candy, gifts for Allie. Just made Allie take things off her mind of what was happening the next day. And she still talks about that.
Glitter Girls is truly an amazing organization, because when my husband was diagnosed, we had friends and family stepping up, and I knew they would, and they'd be there to help us. But the Glitter Girls are complete strangers, and they didn't know us. They're just wonderful, amazing people that want to help us. It's so neat to know that there's people out there that just are willing to go all in and helping everyone in their community.
To me, they've been a lifeline. The daily text just to check in, do you need this, do you need that? It made us feel not so isolated or feel different. Sometimes it's hard to feel like you are tired and you are at the end. And I think they helped us recharge and know we could get through this battle together.